Hello everyone. Are you planning to invite your parents to visit Australia or to live or permanently settle in Australia? Then this seminar is for you. Myself, Register Migration Agent. I am Harmeet Sani, Register Migration Agent CECA. So in today's webinar, I'm going to discuss the parent visa options, various categories for the parents to remain in Australia. So the eligibility requirements, the costs associated, processing times of the visas, uh, whether the bridging visa associated with their applications or not, and how much assurance of support they have to apply. Uh, so and what is the balance of family test, which describe the eligibility of these visa subclasses. So all these things I'm going to discuss in today's seminar. Let's start with the various categories of parents visa. So if you are a temporary resident and want to invite your parents to visit Australia, or even if you are a Australian citizen or permanent resident, still there is a one category is the visitor visa. They can come for a short period of stay to live with you. But if you want your parents to live longer in Australia, especially in case of if you are Australian citizen, permanent resident, or eligible New Zealand citizens, in that case, we have various categories of parents visas available so that your parents can stay with you for a longer period of time. So there are three major categories. One is temporary sponsored parent visa. It is subclass 870. So in this subclass, you can invite your parents to live with you to 3 years to 5 years of time continuously. Like in normal visitor visa subclass, your parents can stay approximately 3 months to 1 year in one visit. But this subclass 870 visa is for the people who want to invite their parents for continuous stay of 3 to 5 years of period. Second category is contributory parent visa. So this visa has the faster processing time compared to normal parent visa subclass. So this is a permanent visa. So if you want to apply PR for your parents, then this visa category is best described, but it is quite expensive. So the processing time normally takes place for 7 to 12 months, depends upon the complexity of the case, and visa cap defined per year on these family visa subclasses. Cost approximately 50,000. So exact amount is 48,640. So mainly subclass in this category is subclass 143,864,173,884. Another category is non-contributory visa. So it having the lower cost, but its waiting time is quite long. And if we calculate from today's point of view, so if you go on visa processing tool, you can find out, so visa processing time for this category is more than even 30 years. So main visa subclasses are 103, which is offshore visa, and 804 onshore visa. So let's start with a little bit explanation of these visa categories, how this visa works. Let's start with the contributory first. So subclass 143, it is a contributory parent visa, but it is an offshore visa. Uh, you can apply this visa onshore as well, but it is basically an offshore visa application. So there is no bridging visa associated with this subclass. Uh, So it is quite, as I described, quite expensive. The main cost for this visa is 48,640. So initially, when you apply, you have to pay 5,040 and second installment of 1940 if you're applying in different categories like 173 first, and otherwise it is 43,600 is a second installment if you apply 143 directly. The major benefit of this visa subclass is there is no age restrictions. So your parents could be for any age, parent age, even they could be 50-year-old, they could be 60-year-old, 70, 80, whatever. There is no as such minimum age requirements. So processing time is approximately 10 to 15 years. Approximately, we say 7 to 12 years. Uh, so there are two options. Either you can apply directly, or you can subdivided this visa subclass. Before, first of all, you can apply if you want to uh, split the payment in two over the 2 years. Then there is another visa subclass 173 to apply, but you have to apply 143 within 2 years when the 173 is granted. uh, Second visa subclass, 864, the same like 143. It is the onshore visa subclass. So it is again a permanent contributory visa. It is a age dependent visa. So your parents have to be the age dependent to apply for this subclass. Medicare and bridging visa. So bridging visa is associated with this subclass. So as soon as you apply this visa, you will get the bridging visa A, or depends upon your application, A, B, or C. So the bridging visa is sorry, associated with this subclass, but Medicare will be granted when the visa will grant it to you. So this visa generally for the parents who are aged and already in Australia to apply. Now come to non-contributory. This is 103. It's the offshore visa subclass, permanent visa. So it is less costly, only 5,280 is the first installment. The second installment 2,065, but it's a very long processing time, 25 to 30 years or even more. Uh, so the main drawback is, first of all, is the long processing time. The second one is during that processing time, so parents' health may deteriorate over the waiting period of time. So if health, there have to be twice a health check when we apply for this visa, and when the case officer is allocated, again they will ask the medicals for the parents to grant that visa subclass. So during that time, so within, if they go for medical examination twice, and within those long period of waiting time, if their health deteriorates, could be the possibility of refusal. And one more important thing, all these visa subclasses are paper-based application. You can't apply in EMI account, so they have to be applied directly on the paper application to the our Western Australia Parent Visa Processing Center. Next visa subclass 804, is again a age parents visa. It's an onshore visa. So but parents have to be on the pension age and must be in Australia to apply this visa. And again, it's also a paper-based application. And bridging visa is associated with this subclass. And this visa subclass is suitable for the people who don't want to, who can't afford such a uh, huge fee for contributory parent visa. So if they want to keep their parents on bridging visa in Australia, so they can apply this visa for them to remain in Australia, uh, because it's a long processing time as the offshore, the subclass 103. So, but as long as their visa in process, they can live and stay in Australia, and as long as the visa is not decided. So it's cost same as subclass 103. So 5,280 is the initial fee when you apply for this visa, and when the visa is granted, they will, case officer ask for the second installment, which is 2,065. And we also recommend, so the parents who are on this visa with you, so it's better to have the private health insurance active as long as they are staying in Australia with you to cover the health complications. Now, apart from this contributory and non-contributory parents visa, there is another visa subclass, which is temporary sponsored parent visa, which is 870. So this visa subclass was introduced in July 2019. Uh, Basically, this visa was for the Australian settled permanent resident citizens or eligible New Zealand citizens to invite their parents to live with their families continuously for 3 years to 5 years. Its cost, if you want to apply for 3 years, it is $670, the initial fee, and $12,140 if you apply continuously for the 5 years. And apart for this, this is a two-stage process. So sponsorship application and then visa application. So sponsorship fee is 420, which has to be approved first. And if parents are offshore, they have to apply this visa within the 6 months after the approval of the sponsorship. Otherwise, if they are in Australia, still eligible to apply, but they have to apply within the 2 months. But need to have permission first to apply if they are onshore. And there must be some compelling and compassionate reason why they want to apply onshore, because this visa is basically for the parents for who are offshore. So for the sponsor, like the children's in Australia, they have some income test as well to for this visa subclass. So they must have the child who going to sponsor their parents. They must have approximately 84,000 to the annual income. The exact value is 83,454. But if they're not satisfied the income test, they still combine the income with their partner. So, but they must have at least 50% of income out of this. The This visa is a temporary visa, so there is no permanent pathway available after this visa, especially on this visa. But after the another visa categories are available, and most importantly, there is no Medicare available on this visa subclass. Only you can apply and can get the Medicares on the contributory parents visa applications. This is basically for the short term, 3 years to 5 year parents can stay with you for the short term reunion with their families. And another difference from another visa categories is this visa could be applied online, so you can apply from the EMI account, this visa subclass. Transition option, like I said, the contributory parent visa. So there is a transition option available if you unable to afford all the fee together, which is approximately 50,000. You can't afford all together, so you can split this visa subclass within 173 or 884. If you're applying offshore, then visa subclass 173 you can apply before 143. So you must apply 143 within 2 years. When you apply 173 first, when it is granted, you have to apply 143 within 2 years after the visa grant. So the benefit is when you apply from offshore, you have to pay 3,395 to apply 173, and second installment at the time of visa grant 29,130. But if you're applying offshore in terms of 884, then it leads to 864. You have to apply 864 within 2 years, but visa fee is 5,000 onshore fee, the first installment. The second installment 19,420 as compared to 2930 as compared to 173. So if you're applying 884, then you have to pay 19,420 onshore. And after the grant of this visa, you can lead to permanent 864 within 2 years. So that's how you can split all 50,000 in payment within 2 years. So you have to pay this installment is breakup. So this is the benefits of these visa subclasses. You will not get Medicares on this visa when you apply 173 or 884. But when you transit to the second visa subclass, which is 884 or 143, then you're eligible for the Medicares. Again, all these applications are paper-based. You can't apply online these applications. And second thing, a bridging visa. Yes, the bridging visa also, you eligible for bridging visa when you apply onshore. When you apply 884 or 864, you eligible for the bridging visa. But in case of 173 or 143, you will not any bridging visa for these visa subclasses. Both of these contributory parent visa or non-contributory parent visa, they have to another important requirement is the balance of family test. So but it is not required for visa subclass A70. So what is balance of family test? It means at least half of the children are eligible and living in Australia. Means 50% of the children for the parents who coming to settle in Australia, their children have 50% must be in Australia. For example, parents have three children, one in Australia and two overseas, then they are not eligible to apply parent visa. But if they had, suppose, four children, two living in Australia on a permanent basis, they are Australian citizen or PR holders. One is living in United States, another child is living in, suppose, England or Canada, anywhere, or even India. Then you are eligible because 50% out of four, two children are living in Australia uh, on a permanent basis. So then they can apply parent visa application for their parents. So to be eligible to sponsor your parents, the main requirement is you must be Australian citizen or PR holder or eligible New Zealand citizens. Only then you can sponsor your parents for permanent settle in Australia. So settle means they have to be living in Australia at least for 2 years. So this is the basic definition of settle means. Another thing is assurance of support. So for these visa subclasses, assurance of support basically a Commonwealth bond. It is usually 10,000 for the main applicant. If you have mother or father also associated with the application, then 4,000 for the secondary applicant. So altogether it will be 14,000 if you uh, applying for both father and mother. Otherwise, for single applicant, father or mother, then it is 10,000. You have to pay assurance of support. It is basically a bond. It will return to you uh, after 3 year in case after 10 years in case of contributory parent visa, or otherwise 2 years in case of normal non-contributory parent visa when it is granted. And another thing is there is no taxable income support has to be provided when you're going to apply for parent visa, except 870. Other visa subclasses, contributing non-country, you don't need to apply, don't need to supply the tax statement. The bridging visa, Medicare, I already described. For onshore applications, 804, 864, 884, when you apply this visa, even if you apply 870 onshore, even then you will get the bridging visa for these applications. Uh, and when your current visa expires, this bridging visa becomes active, and you will have the full working right on this bridging visa when it's granted to you. Medicare assess, generally it is applied when you got the visa grant. So we strongly recommend better to apply health insurance, private health insurance, when as long as you are on bridging visas. So basic, now whatever I described for these visa subclasses, uh, the for contributory parent visa, in the key nutshell, what I told you for this visa, it is faster processing time, but quite expensive. Processing time is 7 to 12, or even nowadays even 15 years to grant, uh, and quite expensive as well. It is near about 50,000, I can say. For the non-contributory visa, is cheaper than the contributory, but long processing time. 870 is a temporary visa, maximum 10 year of stay, no PR. Balance of family test, assurance of support is required for contributory and non-contributory for both. And appeal if visa is refused, so you can apply to the ART for the review. So this facility is available. So now I described most of the pros and cons and eligibility requirements of parents visa subclasses. So if you want to discuss which visa subclass suits for your parents, you have any question in your mind, so yeah, you can contact our nearest CECA office anytime, or you can call me directly. Our number are displayed on the screen. So please do contact, and Good luck for everyone. So this is all about the parents visa today, and I will see you in the next webinar for the new topic. Thank you so much.